Eagles hitting the ice to face Vail Blue in a semi-final here. Send down grab. Sarah just asked. Ready to face Vail Blue here at the Edge Ice Arena in the semi-final. Looks like we have alternate captain Johnny Vella back on the ice, so he's healthy or doing good. Fraser in white here against Vail Blue. 14-minute on the clock for the first period as Fraser huddles up. Hopefully everybody got a good night's sleep, ate their Wheaties, and they're ready to play today. The other semi-final game across the way between Vail Red and Catamount is tied in the second period, 1-1. So a close game on the other sheet of ice. Bad boy Balin Roan gonna be in the net for this game. Just talking to his parents, and he did a goalie clinic yesterday, so he got some extra training in. Looks like our first line is gonna be Kai Moon with the face-off. Owen DeGarmo on right wing, Knox Madsen on left wing with Purdy and 15 Shapansky back on defense to start us off. And the Fraser faithful psyching themselves up here. Comes some last minute changes for Vail. Madsen out to DeGarmo on the right. And a shot off the goalie. Vail collects it, makes a pass into the neutral zone. And alright. Vail handling the puck in the neutral zone. Goes around. neutral zone. We're going to battle with it. Knox is moving through, gets chipped against the boards there, but Owen behind the goal fighting for it. And Kai taking control, but a little fast break from Vail, upper back, and Rome with a save, shot into his body, which he got down and collected. First period, just a minute into this game, and the score, of course, is 0-0 so far. Shift change. Got Judah. That was quick. Right after the face-off, Vail collected it and kind of caught us not quite in position and fired one into the back of the net. So Vail just took the lead in this game. The score is 0-1. Vail leading with 12 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first period. Thomas taking the face-off, and McNeil from his knees collecting it in the neutral zone. A Vail defenseman fighting against Bridger for it. Gunner grabbed it, getting it, but Vail stole it and sent it around behind the net to their other winger. Vail controlling the puck still. Aha! Here we go. Thor with the steal. Up the near boards to McNeil. And loose puck. Gunner sends it into the Fraser bench, and there'll be a whistle. And a change of line up here. Shapansky, Purdy back on D with Moon, DeGarmo, and Knox. Moon taking the face-off, goes to Knox in the corner, back to Purdy behind the net. Vail gets it, but Kai taking control, bringing it through the neutral zone, goes by one. Vail pokes it, but Kai has it behind the net. Sends it back to Shapansky at the blue line, back to Kai, passing it around, looking for open players to DeGarmo. Knox in front of the goal there. Kai sends one. Slides behind. Purdy gathers it up and sends it to DeGarmo, who gets bumped against the boards back there. Around behind the goal. Nice job by Knox. Got Knox and Kai on the far boards fighting for the puck. Comes loose to Vail. Around the corner on the near boards. DeGarmo's there. And Madsen with a shot. Goes wide. Shapansky at the blue line. Fraser keeping it in, keeping up. And Vail trying to gain control here. Sends it off the boards, but Moon gets it and sends it back in. And Vail player has it and is taking it through the neutral zone towards our goal. Gets poked out by Stanley, but Vail gathers it again. Puck is in the air. Kai brings it down out of the air and is taking a second to gain control. Kai to Stanley, Stanley to DeGarmo. Madsen on the near boards, fighting for it. Vail comes up with it into their offensive zone. And here comes Johnny Bella, first time on the ice so far. Off the boards to Ever. And Thomas on a fast break. 10 minutes and 23 seconds into this first period. Fraser is down by 1 goal. We're going to have a face-off in the Fraser defensive zone with Judah Thomas taking the face-off for Fraser. Got Vail and McNeil. Shot. Balin stops it. Thor gathers it and sends it up. McNeil to Thomas. 2-on-1 here, Thomas and Bella. Oh, Thomas tries to pass it. Loose puck. Loose puck that worked out. Vail defender got a stick on it, but then Johnny stole it and put it in the back of the net. So Johnny's obviously well enough to to get that into play here and to get it into the net. Good to see him out there. It's building Fraser's confidence to have that alternate captain on the ice. Same lines here. We got Thor and Gunner on D with Bella, Thomas, and McNeil up front. And we're into Fraser's offensive zone. All right, Bella passes to McNeil, slips through. Here comes Vail. They got this one fast player, number 20, who seems to be nice. Thor gathers it and is behind the net, looking for someone to pass to. Sends it to Johnny. Johnny and Judah. Judah, fast break. McNeil on his right. And Bella at the blue line. Stop keeping it in. Oh, goes into the neutral zone. Shapansky's back. Gets a stick on it. Sends it off the boards to Judah, who sends it into the offensive zone while we change lines. And Purdy, the last man standing out there. Here comes Kai on the far side, and Knox gathers it up in the neutral zone. Tries to send it to DeGarmo, but Vail intercepts. Moon, around one. He's got 3 Vail players on him. And Knox is coming with him on the near side. Nice. DeGarmo keeps it in. Sends it to Moon, who gets a hard shot on. DeGarmo checking a Vail player. Another Vail player's lost his stick, and Moon is fighting for it in the far corner. Little battle back there. Vail comes up with it and sends it past Shapansky, but it's going to be an icing call. So the score is 1-1 in this first period. And there's 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this early morning face-off between Fraser and Vail Blue, who we did already beat once during this tournament, but it's a new day, new game. And DeGarmo passes to Kai behind the net, where he's keeping control. Purdy gathers it up in the neutral zone, taking control. Sends it up the boards to Madsen. Fighting for it. Knox sends it to DeGarmo. DeGarmo coming through, beats 1, beats 2. He's got Kai on his left side, nobody on his right. Dabbling through, shoots off the goalie's pads. Let's see, that was Judah collecting it, and Kai still in the corner trying to keep control of it. He's got several Vail players chasing him, but he's holding on to it, looking for someone to pass to. Judah's in front of the goal, and he's got Bella in the middle, and passes it back and just goes just outside of Bella's stick. Waldo's going to be back to gather it up with Gunner supporting. All right, let's set this up, Fraser. Waldo to Bellis, and then to Judah, but back to defense. Balin with the stop, sends it out to Gunner. Gunner up the boards to Bellis. Shot from Vail, goes wide. Bella battling on the near boards, goes around to the opposite side through a Vail player and picking up steam here through the neutral zone. Around 1-2, and got it poked by one of the Vail defenders, but still has the puck shot. Goes off the goalie's pads, but it was on frame, so that's good. Judah passes it to Johnny. Johnny shoots. Judah to Johnny. Johnny into the right bottom corner of the net. That will bring Fraser's lead up by 1 goal. 2-1 with the Eagles leading now against this Vail Blue team. Six minutes and 11 seconds remaining in this first period. Thanks for tuning in this early morning, depending on where you are. Snowy down here. Moon with the face-off wins it. Getting through. Got a Vail player down. Moon holding on to it, going behind the net. Passes it to Shapansky. Sends it back to Moon. Madsen's open in the middle, and DeGarmo behind him. Purdy on the near side, blue line. Kai's still holding on to it back there, but fighting for it. DeGarmo comes in to help. Comes up with it to Purdy. Purdy trying to get through two Vail players on him. Sends it to Madsen in the middle. Gets it checked out by Vail. Stanley keeping it in the zone. Max with it. Kai feeding it to DeGarmo. Kai again behind the net. A little time there. Kai to Madsen. Madsen to DeGarmo. We're passing nicely. And into the neutral zone it goes, where Madsen gathers it off the boards. DeGarmo got it. ODG on the run. The Vail defender does his job, but Madsen has it now. Keeps coming at him, and Purdy working together on the near boards. Purdy sends it down to the corner and is fighting for it still, with Madsen supporting. Madsen doing a little check in there. Oh, and Vail player checking into Purdy against the boards. Vail comes up with it, sends it into the neutral zone. Shapansky in a foot race with two Vail players. And one of them went down. That was no foul, no fault. Just slipped. Skates came out from under him. Here comes Owen through the neutral zone, on the near boards, all by himself. Shift change happening with the rest of the players. He's got, takes the shot, gets in behind the goalie's pads. McNeil fighting for it now that we got a new line, and then Judah taking control in the neutral zone. Looking for a pass. Vail gets a hold of it, but Gunner's there. Thor on the near boards with Bridger. Thor taking it, coming through. And Bridger getting back for him. Judah going into Fraser's offensive zone. Oh, nice move. Duked one, but then another defender was there. Judah behind the net, chasing it down with a lot of energy for this early in the morning. Near boards, Thor with a slap shot. Goes into Gunner with a shot off the goalie's pad. Gunner, slipped through. This is going to be icing. I don't believe anybody tipped it, but I could be wrong. Oh, no ice. Okay. Thor gathering it up. Coming up the near side to McNeil. Bunch of blue on the far corner. That's that number 20. Oh, shoots wide. Gotta watch out for him. McNeil steals it to Judah. Again, McNeil with the poke. Holding on to it. And a call. Or a whistle at least. Pointed up. Maybe it was offsides. Probably pointed at somebody. Let's see. Alright, no penalty. 2 minutes 54 seconds as Moon takes his face off. Into the near boards wherever is going to bring it behind the goal. Send it. Gets a little tripped up. There's DeGarmo to Madsen. Madsen into the offensive zone. Two Vail players trying to check it, and they kind of checked each other. DeGarmo sneaking in, and Purdy trying to grab it, but Shapansky's there. Pokes it out. DeGarmo got a lot of defenders. Nobody wants him to have the puck apparently this morning. He's got 4 Vail players around him. Vail comes up with it. The defender has a second to gather it and look for a pass, which Kai got but sent across the line, and Fraser with an offsides call. Really good hockey in this tournament. We've had very few players in the box overall, and really clean, fair hockey that's been played at this tournament. So, Fraser, of course, part of that. Vela out with Judah Thomas and Bridger McNeil for Mr. Frosty Tips. Purdy on defense with Keensay over there on the far side. Shapansky Ever looking for some space, sends it up against the boards to Johnny, but bounces behind him, and Vail will come up with it. Ooh, nice interception by Bridger, but number 20, that Vail player, gets in front of it. Bella blocks it with the help of Ever. Shapansky stealing it on the far side, sends it to Bella through the neutral zone to Judah. Judah going across the blue line, one to beat, and he beats him. Oh, still got the puck behind the net, didn't quite get the shot off, so he's moving so quick to the blue line where Shapansky's going to look for a pass to Thor on the near side. Thor sends it in off of Vail's defender pads again. That defender's taking some shots into his body. Good for him. Bella with it, fires one, goes down. Thor again, same defender, bats it down out of the air, and Gunner on the near boards just came in. Vail finally able to clear it out of their defensive zone. Waldo on the near boards, open loose puck, which Vail will recover, and he's gonna shoot. Balin gave him the no-no finger, and we have a call. Cross check on who? Looks like it's gonna be on Bella. Bella going to the box. Did not see the cross check, but we have a 2-minute penalty. However, we only have 45 seconds left in this first period. So our penalty kill team is Kai, Ever, and I'm just trying to see who else we got. Kai, Ever, Gunner, and Owen DeGarmo. 40 seconds left in this period as Vail gathers it up and comes in, sends one to Balin, who gets down and deflects. DeGarmo with it, pops it into the Fraser bench. So we're going to have a face-off. 26 seconds left for them to try to keep this penalty from tying up the game here. All right, Fraser. Face-off. Moon wins. Vail taking a second, sends it in, bounces wide of the goal. Ever gives a good check there to let him know that he's playing some D. Oh, we got a hand up. We got a penalty now on Vail. I believe it's on number 11.
Let's go, Eagles!
Has a hook, I believe, if I can tell from his back. So number 11 from Vail now going into the box. 5 seconds left, and we have 2 players in the box. 1 from each team. Bella's penalty has a minute 21 left in it, and full 2 minutes for Vail. Kai with the face-off to Gunner shot, and the goalie gets down, sort of deflects, and he covers it as the period comes to an end. All right. Fraser's starting to wake up here in this early morning match-off against Vail Blue, and the score is 2-1 as they gather by Coach Nick to hear his wisdom on what's going on.
That's the best line. That is good morning. This is going to be a fun day.
All right, Fraser. We got Balin going to our opposite goal now as Vail comes out, and we have a lot of early morning people watching, so thank you all for tuning in here as the Fraser Valley Eagles 14U takes on Vail Blue in this early morning semi-final. Face-off with Thomas. Thomas to Madsen. Madsen off the far boards. Thomas pokes through and gets it into Fraser's offensive zone. He's all alone, but Madsen's coming behind him and is in battle with Purdy poking at the blue line and keeps it in. Oops, sorry. Madsen on the far side with two Vail players sends it around behind the goal where Judah is gonna get into and Knox sends it around where Gunner is gonna gather it, sends it across, and Knox battling for it to mid-ice, sends one wide, Ever on the far side. Vail bounces it off the boards, but Judah's there, and Ever gathers it up. Come on, Purdy, let's get one. Ooh. Fraser with some opportunities here, keeping it in their offensive zone. Knox has it, tries to backhand it to Judah, but it goes into the back of the net. And Vail coming through the neutral zone into Fraser's defensive zone, but it's one Vail player versus three Fraser players. We still have the penalty on Vail for 34 more seconds with Fraser at full strength now, so we have a 30-second power play if we can take advantage. DeGarmo on the far side, bringing it through the neutral zone, sends it to Thomas. That goes behind his stick on his backside. And Kai on the far boards. Owen battling behind the net. All right, Judah and Owen together there. Oh, Judah sends it back to Thor. And Vail has a kick coming out of the box. Oh, we have a call on that play. We shot. Balin got down. The Gunner's going to go to the box. The Vail player went into the boards. Talking to the scoreboard people. And to Coach Nick. And to Coach Art. Nick is trying to see what's happening here. There's a 2-minute penalty on the scoreboard, but a lot of talk for a 2-minute. Oh yeah, we got Thor going in the box too, so I believe that's a 2 and 10. I'm assuming that was either check from behind or boarding as they went into that fast break. So we have 2 Eagles in the box, but we still have 4 on the ice. So 2 and 10. Gunner's out for a little bit here. Shapansky on the near boards. And DeGarmo in the middle with Moon. Oh, out of the offensive zone for Vail. They're trying to collect themselves here. Sends a firing pass, which nobody gets, and an icing call against Vail. The score is 2-1. Fraser is ahead with 11 and a half minutes remaining in the second period. Face-off Moon goes into a defender's stick for Vail, around on the far boards where DeGarmo got a little tripped up, but free puck behind wherever is going to gather it. Send it to Shapansky. Shapansky bats at it, slips past the Vail player and is rolling towards their goal. Loose puck. Vail gets it. Into the neutral zone they go. And again, Ever is last man back. Vail doesn't seem to be feeling like they want to work too hard on this power play, a little lackadaisical, into the neutral zone. 52 coming across with it, takes a shot from way outside, goes behind the goal. Shapansky's there, sends it around the boards to DeGarmo, but Vail shoots it again very wide, just trying to get it in there. Big defender with Vail, makes a move and is successful. He beat one player and took a nice shot into the upper right side of the net, so that will tie up this game 2-2. And we're back to full strength. That ends the power play for Vail. 10.5 minutes remaining in the second period, and Gunner's gonna stay in the box. So Thor is out on defense with Ever, Bellis on the near side, Judah with the face-off, and Johnny Vela on the far side wing. Ever Purdy with the puck in the defensive zone, taking a look, sends it to Thomas, great pass. Vail steals it, but Thor brings it back into the neutral zone. Shovel pass across the line. Oh, boy. Just tripped Judah, and he went down hard, but he jumped right back up. Looks okay, I hope. And that's going to send that Vail player to the box with a tripping penalty. Fraser on a 2-minute power play. So hopefully we can take advantage of this with 10 minutes and 15 seconds in this second period. Moon with the face-off. DeGarmo poking at it on the near boards. Moon's there to gather it, but Vail sinks it through. However, Purdy has it to Moon. Moon coming across. Sends it to Johnny. Johnny looking for a pass. Shoots! I thought he was looking for a pass, but he just sent it into the net. He put it right in the back of the net. Maybe they thought he was going to pass too. He looked like he was looking across the ice for an open player, but he just sent it right into the back of the net. As not only Vela can, but in his signature Vela style. That'll bring Fraser ahead by a goal. 3-2 is the score in this morning battle against Vail Blue. Moon taking the face-off with Madsen on the near wing and Owen DeGarmo on the far wing. Thor and Ever still on defense. Thor gets past a Vail player, sends him to Moon across the line, off the pads of the goalie, and Vail collecting it. Thor back checking. Moon interrupts the pass. Nice passing by Fraser. Tied to Owen. Owen still has it. One player, two player, looking for it. That was sweet. Got through three players and then just a little backside knock into the corner of the goal. So that'll give Fraser a little bit more breathing room in this semi-final game. 9:25 in the second period. We had a line change here with now Judah Thomas taking the face-off, and Garrett Bellis here on the near side, number 18. Oh, nice. Bridger, frosty tips. He shoots. Oh, great shot in the air, a little high. Bridger again, battling for it. Round to Vail. Bellis interrupts it. And Bella on the near boards, gathering it up, sends it to Shapansky. Vail gets that pass. Again, Bella on defense now here, looking for help up the boards to Bellis. Oh, Bellis sends it to Thomas. Good passing. Fraser starting to come alive, finding each other's sticks and each other's tape. So hopefully this means that the boys have had their first period and a half of time to wake up here and start playing Fraser hockey. and face off in the center of the ice. Thomas taking the face off. Thomas sneaking through. McNeil to Bella. Bella to Thomas on the near boards here. Judah fighting for it. Judah sends it across the blue line, back into the neutral zone. He's chasing it down. Nice. Nice job, Judah. Gets around one player. Bella's coming behind him. Bella's with it. Shoots a little wide. McNeil on the far side. With two Vail players battling. Shapansky back checking. As Vail sends it behind the goal where their number 7 will gather in the corner. But our number 7, Mr. Bella there. Off the Vail player's stick. And Johnny comes up with it. Look off the boards to himself. Through one player. He's got Thomas with him. And Thomas trying to pass it. And Vail's defender does his job there. Keeps it from going to Johnny. Johnny on the near side, gathering it, looking for a pass, and sends it back towards the goal. Where Bella's, oh nice, they're keeping it in the offensive zone. Johnny has it, shoots off the goalie's, McNeil! Went off the goalie's mask, and McNeil was there for the rebound. I thought he was gonna go in. That would have been exciting. I know Bridger's been getting his share of goals lately, and it would have been fun to see him get one this morning. Score is 4-2. The Eagles are leading second period of this game, 7:26 remaining. We have one player still in the penalty box, but we are playing even strength, and that was for 10-2. We got Moon taking the face-off on Fraser's offensive side, and Vail sending it around the near boards. Madsen caught that player sleeping and gathered it up. Sends it to Owen. Owen sends it to Ever. Ever looking for a shot. Sends it to the center where Knox tries to gain control. Thor on the near boards. Sends it back to Knox. To Kai. Kai behind the net. Looking for Ever. Ever sends it around. Trying to find Madsen in front of the goal. It's a free puck. Thor back passes, shovels it back behind the goal again, where Moon is battling with Vail's 52. Ever coming in to support that. And here it is to Thor. Thor to Ever. Oh no, to DeGarmo. Purdy keeps it in, the blue line. And Vail sends it into the neutral zone. Purdy is back. It's a battle of the 20s. 20 versus 20 here. And Purdy comes up with it. It's a little faster in the foot race. Thor sends it up the boards to Kai. Kai bounces it off. Nice passing. Owen here in the neutral zone on the near boards into Fraser's offensive zone and has it. Goes behind the net. Looking. And Vail tries to get it. Bella steals it. Around 1, around 2. And again. He beat 2 players and then sent it to the back of the net in the air over the goalie's shoulder. Goalie looking a little defeated. Hopefully he has some good team support after this game's over. 5-2 Fraser. 5:57 remaining in the second period. Bella on D with Shapansky. Sends it off of a Vail player's stick, but McNeil gathers it up. He's looking for a pass to Bellis on the near boards. Bellis fighting for it against 2 Vail players. Thomas comes up with it. And Bellis again on the near boards with Shapansky supporting and Judah there. Free puck gets gathered up by Vail, but Bella gets back and interrupts the shot that Vail was trying to take. Up the near boards to Bellis. And there'll be a foot race into the neutral zone. Oh, offsides Fraser. We had 2 players over the blue line there as the puck came across. So there'll be a face-off here in the neutral zone. Thomas taking the face-off. Thomas to Shapansky. Shapansky sends it off off the near boards around behind the goal where McNeil will be the first man to it. McNeil passes it to the center where Thomas is going to fight for it. Thomas gains control. Thomas looking for Bellis. Pass. Thomas still has it. DeGarmo comes around, tries to sneak it in. The goalie is laid out and covers the puck. He's not gonna sneak that through. Bellis just gave him a little pat. That was nice. Good job, Vail goalie. We got a line change. Still got Shapansky and Bella on D with Madsen, Moon, and ODG up on the offense. Shapansky fighting with his feet, it looks like, here on the near boards. Madsen sends it out where DeGarmo almost gains it, but Vail sends it into the neutral zone. Madsen says no, and DeGarmo on the far side, two Vail players. Moon backing him up, and Shapansky sends it to Bella. Bella gathers it, sends it off the boards to Owen. Owen's got two to beat. He's got Moon on the near side here. Moon to Shapansky. Shapansky loses the puck, but Moon and Bella are both back. And it goes behind the goal. Vail's having a shift change, so Bella's going to take advantage of that to Owen coming through. Vail gets a hold of it, but Owen is going to gather it up. Vail seems to be getting a little worn out maybe here, but Owen has the puck coming through the neutral zone. All ODG. He's got Kai on one side and Madsen on the other side. Oh, and Shapansky at the blue line. Kai has the puck, looking for who he wants to send it to. He sends it to Ever. Purdy on the far side sends it behind around where Shapansky's going to try to get to it, and does, but Vail defender was ready for it and sends it across to icing behind Balin. 3 minutes and 10 seconds in that second period. Fraser is ahead 5-2 in this semifinal game against Vail Blue. Looks like across the way the Vail Red team beat Catamount. Final score 4-2, I believe, is what the score is over there. Oops, sorry. All right. Off Vail into the neutral zone. Number 20 has it. Fraser gets his stick in the way, and the puck goes high. It'll be a face-off outside of Fraser's defensive zone. Alright, face-off. Judy Thomas taking the face-off for Fraser with Bellis. And Frosty tips over there on the far side. Bellis! And a 1-on-2 with Vail. We got Waldo here on the near side. Passes it back to Purdy. Purdy's going to take a second and send it up the boards into Fraser's offensive zone. Time here for Thor to collect it. Look for a pass. Sends it through to Vail. Vail on the offensive. Tries to shoot, but Thor cuts off his angle and gets in front of that. Thor battling in the far corner. Shovel pass by Vail, but it goes out of the zone into the neutral zone, so all the Vail players got to get out. And boy, he just sent it across the line to his player without realizing that was going to be offsides. So there'll be a face-off here with 2:07 remaining in the second period. 5-2 is the score. Thomas taking the face-off. McNeil on the other side with Purdy. Thomas behind the goal. Coming around. Vail defender gets a hold of it. Waldo on the near boards. Bellis with some time and space. Sends it to Purdy. Purdy looking for a pass. Sees McNeil on the far boards. McNeil Judah across the blue line. One to beat. Gets caught up in the feet of the Vail defender, but Bellis and Bridger both fight for it. Bridger's gonna kick it, and even though that Vail player's all over him like a cheap suit, he came up with it. Frosty tips on the near side, sends it back to Judah. And Judah got a stick on it, but the goalie covered it up, and a whistle was blown by the... I would think Gunner's going to be coming out here pretty soon of the box. We got 1:23 left. Moon coming out with Madsen. McNeil still, oh no, Owen's out there now. Owen with the puck. Vail defenders, Madsen got a little space. Oh, nice crossing pass by Madsen, but no one picked it up. Vail defenders got a hold of it, and they're coming across. Oh, 50 tried to fire a shot, but not with Moon poking at him. He wasn't able to. Johnny slowing things down. With 57 seconds left, he's going to pass it up to Madsen. He passes it to Owen. Back to Shapansky on D. He's going to look up ice, send it to Madsen. Madsen coming up the near side. Passes to Moon. Madsen with a nice shot off the goalie's glove. Moon with it on the near boards. Madsen gathers it, looking for a pass. Sends it back to Shapansky. Shapansky to DeGarmo. See Madsen. Owen's got it. He's keeping control of it. Goes to Moon. Moon looking for... Sends it back to Owen in the corner. Up to Bella at the blue line. Bella looking. Passes to DeGarmo. DeGarmo sends one and just goes wide. Good bounce on it. That'll be the end of the period. One period left to go in this game against Vail Blue. The score is 5-2, and Fraser is in the lead. Eagles 14U.
Let's go, Eagles!
At the Littleton Tournament here, where we had about 2.5, 3 inches of wet snow this morning. Thomas with the face-off. Gunner back on the ice. Passing around. Purdy now playing winger. Thomas to Purdy. Purdy battling in the middle. Vail comes up with it. Waldo on the near side defense. And Gunner stretching out his legs. Wings it, sends up the boards to Bellis, but Vail intercepts Thor behind the net with it. 2 Vail players on him, sends it off the boards into the neutral zone. It bounces. And Bellis is going to chase it down on the far side. Sends it around behind the goal where Vail defenders on it. But Purdy coming up. Thomas poking at it. Bellis again on the far side. Sends it back to Thor, who's going to collect it, got to get everybody out. And he's going to send it back into the Vail defender's feet. On the fireboards, Thomas sends it to Bellis. Bellis to Waldo. Off of a Vail defender. And the near boards, Waldo is battling for it. Into the neutral zone it goes. Thomas back to Gunner. Gunner passing to Waldo on the near side. Back across to Bellis. Bellis battling for it as Vail takes it back into their defensive zone to try to gather. Bellis wins it. And Johnny comes in, gets his stick on it. Shapansky back on the far side. And a shot, or kind of a shot by Vail, goes way wide. Purdy with it off the boards. Passes him to himself, but a Vail defender's there. Here comes Bella, DeGarmo, and Purdy. Purdy across the blue line to DeGarmo. DeGarmo's got one on him. He sends it behind the goal where Moon is gonna... DeGarmo got it behind the goal. Looking for a pass. Pass to Johnny. Johnny fires it. One of the defenders from Vail bats it down with his stick. Well done. And sends it all the way across. Balin's gonna stop that, so no ice. Madsen sends it across to Moon. Open ice here. Look for ODG there. Across the line they go. Sends it to the middle where Bella and ODG are working together. Moon on the far side. Sends it back to Shapansky at the blue line. Off the boards, back to Moon. Moon gathering it. Moon's not taking a lot of shots, but he's got a lot of defenders on him. Bella battling for it with it. Madsen on the near boards. And in a foot race with a Vail offender, but Madsen wins. Sends it up the boards.
Oh, come on.
I believe that was an offsides call on Vail.
Let's go, Eagles!
Come on, boys!
11 minutes left in this third period. Face off. Vail comes up with it, takes a shot, bounces. Vail stops it. Waldo shoveling it up the boards, slips through the Vail player, and Moon grabs it. Looking for a pass to Owen. Owen's got 2 to beat here. Now he's got 3 on him. Vail defender getting it out of the zone, but Gunner and Waldo are the only men back. Sending it up the boards. We have a loose puck in the neutral zone. Vail has it. Nice poke there by DeGarmo, keeping it, and DeGarmo wins it. Beats 2 Vail players on the near boards here, but Vail now coming across, shooting off of Waldo's skate. Waldo and Gunner both crashing the goal. Gunner sending it up the far boards where Vail is going to gather it and make the pass across as we do a shift change. Madsen back with Thor. Madsen fighting in the near corner. Purdy gets in there. Loose puck. Thomas has it. Now Thor has it. Somebody have it. Thor to Madsen behind the goal. Madsen carrying it out of the Fraser defensive zone. All the way through. Gets poked out. And Judah with a shot. Oh, off the goal. Great shot by Judah. A lot of zing to it. Hold on to it, Shapansky. Shapansky to Waldo. Oh. And Waldo sends it through, but Vail intercepts in the neutral zone. Tries to send one. There's a whistle. 9 minutes and 12 seconds in this semifinal against Vail. 5-2 is the score. And there'll be a face-off in the neutral zone here, slightly towards Fraser's goal. Judah wins the face-off, comes through, but Vail shovels it back. Shapansky has it. Nice idea, passes behind his back, up towards McNeil. Now Bella with it, trying to get through. Oh, Johnny's down, but sends it to Purdy. Purdy's got 1 to beat, and shoots off of the goalie's pad. He's got Judah helping him on the far side. Everybody's on the ground. except Judah, he's still standing, sends it, nice pass back to Johnny, and Johnny looking for a shot. Judah's calling for it, goes through, bounces, Ever sends it back, and Shapinsky, we have a call, I believe it's against Vail's number 52. So we're going to have a power play for Fraser, it looks like.
Let's go, Eagles!
So Vail has a player in the box. 8 minutes and 24 seconds, and Fraser's going to have a power play here. Looks like our power play is going to be Moon, DeGarmo, Bellis, Purdy, and Vela. Purdy passes to Vela. Vela takes a second, looking around to DeGarmo on the near boards here. DeGarmo sends it back out to Purdy, fires it. Purdy around behind the boards where DeGarmo is waiting. DeGarmo. Oh, DeGarmo with a backhanded shot, but the goalie was ready. One of the defenders lost their stick. Vela has it out on the blue line, sends it across to Bellis, who gets shoved down by a Vail player. And there's going to be an icing on Vail. 1 minute, 23 seconds left in the Fraser power play here. And 7:47 left in this game. Face-off in Fraser's offensive zone with Moon taking the face-off. Bellis on the far side in the corner, working to win the puck. Johnny gathers it in the neutral zone. Takes a second, takes a look, passes to Ever on the far boards. Ever to Moon. Moon across the blue line. Looks behind him to DeGarmo. DeGarmo coming through. Into the far corner, sends around to Moon. Moon looking for a pass to Bellis. Bellis fighting against the defenders right in front of the crease there. Bounces into the neutral zone, but Owen gathers it. Beats one Vail player. Comes across the blue line. Got 3 Vail players, beats another one. Sends it to Moon in the corner. Fraser passing around, holding on to the puck, possessing the puck, back to Vela. Vela to Purdy on the far side, Purdy to Moon. And Vail gets it, but Vela's at the blue line, stops Vail from clearing it. Coming around, looking for Bellis. Looking for a shot. Off the goalie's pads. Goalie flinched. Sure that was fast. Vela bats it out of the air. Moon has it. Coming around. Bella's crashing the goal. Kai's just holding on to it. Nobody's challenging him. Sends it back out to Vela. And a Vail player wins it. But Bellis sends it back in, not letting him clear it. The penalty is now over. We're back to even strength, and we have 6 minutes remaining in this game. Purdy on the far side sends it to DeGarmo in the corner. Here comes Judah, fresh legs coming in, and Purdy chasing it down. No ice. Purdy gathering it, sends it to Judah. Judah coming through the neutral zone, fighting a few Vail players. Purdy again back in the corner. Purdy shovels it up the boards where Bridger Frosty Tips McNeil fights for it. Vela has it behind the net, sends it up the boards all the way around. Loose puck and no ice. Madsen, first man back to get it. Puck, I guess. We're in the offensive zone for Fraser. Vail coming across into the neutral zone. Nobody really challenging him. He shoots off of Thor's body. Bounces. Thor with 3 players on him. That means Daily Gold is open on the other side. Thomas with an open puck, one to beat, and gets around him. Loose puck, shovels it back, no one's with him. And there's Madsen and McNeil following him. Vail gains control, passes it, tries to get a shovel shot, but Gunner gathers up the boards to Madsen. Madsen taking a second, finds McNeil. McNeil to Thomas. Thomas across the blue line, back to McNeil. Oh, and Vail pokes it out. DeGarmo back in. Thomas sending it into the neutral zone with McNeil on it, chasing it down. Thomas again. And Gunner sends it. I think we're trying to have a line change here. Fraser taking a breath. Bellis back in. Center. Gunner. Shot. The Vail goalie gets down and blocks that. DeGarmo has it in the far corner, fighting behind the goal for it. Around the boards it comes, open puck, a free puck to the Vail player, passes it, open puck, but Thor is going to gather it and take a look. Sends it through. I think he's looking for a shift change. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Moon with the puck behind the goal. Passing to himself off the boards. Going to DeGarmo. Vail is fighting for it on the boards. Vail comes up with it, sends it around to number 5, but Bella and Shapansky are there. Sends it to DeGarmo. Seems like Fraser's just kind of using the time here when they get a hold of it. Vail passes it. They're going to come out. They're going to come out of the neutral zone, but send it around behind the goal where Moon is kind of the first person back. Gathers it, sends it up across the blue line. Off the boards to Bellis. Bellis and McNeil in the neutral zone. Vail sends it back to Shapansky. Oops, sorry. Shapansky sends it to DeGarmo's tape. DeGarmo's got a couple Vail players on him. Shapansky again. But Vail comes up with it, sends it back into Fraser's defensive zone where Johnny's going to send it up the boards. Purdy's fighting for it. Johnny has it. Going across the blue line with Judah next to him and Purdy on the near side. Judah shoots one off the goal, bounces. Purdy in the far corner, or the near corner, excuse me. Vail has the puck, sends it up to the number 50. Good little passing combo by Vail. Thor is back, bats it out before, and Bella with a check before he can get the shot off. Madsen on the far side, sends it around to Waldo. 1 minute and 13 seconds left. The score is 5-2, and Fraser is just holding on to the puck here, using some time, and waiting for this game to be finished. Waldo gathers it. Looking for a pass. Up to Thomas. Thomas sends it to the center, where both Madsen and Purdy are waiting. Purdy sends it across the blue line. And Vail again. But I decided to get my last check in there against Ever. Vail's number 20 coming across. Gunner is back. And he shoots, but it's wide. Ever sends it up and around the boards to Madsen. Madsen looking for Thomas. 19 seconds left. Gunner with it on the far boards. Madsen has it. Madsen has it. One to beat, and goes off his skate. 4 seconds left. Tries to get a shot off. And that's the buzzer. That's the game. Final score 5-2. Fraser. Purdy just tackled Balin. Hope he didn't send Balin into it. Hope he didn't just hurt Balin. He just flattened him. they will be going to the final here at 1. I believe that'll be against Vail Red. 1 o'clock back here at the Edge Ice Arena in Kenmaro. Here we go for a little good show, good sportsmanship. This Vail team is another lean team, not a deep bench, and they obviously played hard. Everybody gaining skills and getting a chance to improve their rankings, so all good stuff here. Congratulations to these Eagles who woke up early, got their hockey on, and came out with a win. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you all can join us again at 1 o'clock Mountain Time for the final against Vail Red, different Vail team.
Did you tell everybody we'll be back?